choose myself for him. My baby does not deserve a depressed mother, a sad woman, a frustrated person. My baby does not deserve someone that feels like she needs to try to be happy. And those were all the answers I had wandering around all the time because I wanted to make the decision for him. It was my responsibility to be the best mother that I can be for him.
Hello, wagwan, hamjambo, habari gani, good morning. This is another beautiful Sunday. Happy Sunday, my family. I hope you are doing well. Those who are worshiping on this day, may God bless you. May God be with you on this day. And those people who worship on the Sabbath day, now we are here again. And I take this time to thank God. Not many people have seen this beautiful Sunday, but here we are. I thank God. I thank you, my people, for always coming back to watch my videos. So welcome everyone. If it is your first time to be here, feel welcome. Enjoy the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this beautiful channel. Like the video. Give the video a thumbs up and let me know what you think of today's video. So now we have ROCIO mom here and we have Percy. I'm going to talk about these two women today. ROCIO came out again. The title is When You Know It Is Time to Walk Away. And at the same time, she talked about the video or the things which she's talking about are not things which are about her. So you wonder, what are you talking about? Why can't you just be straightforward? And when you watch the video, she's talking about the reason why she walked away. It was because of the son, because she didn't want to see the son, seeing a mother who is depressed, a mother who is not happy, a mother who is not active. So she chose to leave because of the son. So ROCIO has been having these talks for long. We are going to see the receipts and we are going to check on Percy. When I watched Percy's video, also I could not understand because Percy took us to the land, that wall of Muraseso. She took us there and told us that Muraseso has to leave that land. He has to demolish that part of the wall so that Percy can pass there, going to the river. Because as you can see, Muraseso is fencing his home. He has put the wall, he's making bridges, he's closing everything, and all these things are happening in their eyes. And I just want us to start with Percy, and then we go to ROCIO mom. With Percy, there are things which maybe we might agree to disagree because it depends how you take this thing. Percy is a widow. We all know that. And people have been supporting Percy a lot. And looking at Percy, Percy is a strong lady. And I think Percy is the best candidate to work with Muraseso because she is a fearless lady. She's a fearless woman. And she can protect her properties. She has children. Because the husband is not there. The husband is not there. We all know that. But there's also one thing which I just want to ask. Maybe I don't get it. And that's why I said we have different opinions. This is just me. Maybe I didn't get it well. Maybe I've not been seeing it well. Maybe my thinking is different from your thinking. I do not get it. Let's see the receipt of Percy. Just one receipt. Then we go to ROCIO mom.
He just left this boundary here, and another boundary was here. Kongegini ilikuwa hapa. So he just take this kongegini and ilikuwa hapa. This is a shot that was here. They take away. So, as you see here, this one, from here until here, we need them to demolish so that I can have my way to go to the river, to fetch water or to take my cows there. Because that's not how people are demanding the title without them leaving my way to go to the river, taking my land without any permission. There's no way. There's no way. So this must be done. This must be done. They must demolish it here. They can leave my way to go to the river. So these things, guys, it was serious to go to the river. So people can't be there talking so bad about my family, and they were there thinking that me gonna beg them, and they were just talking bad about me. They were just talking bad about me. They think that me I can favor them. No, this is now seriously. This is now serious. They're gonna take people to the law now. Even if they have money, me too, I will be standing on my own side and I'll be fighting like a superwoman. So I don't want people to do that, things that are not okay or are not good. I need the way to go to deliver how it was left from my husband.
That is Percy explaining how the road was, the road which was heading to the river. It's like that part of the road, the husband didn't sell that part because he left that part for them to be using while going to the river. And because that land which is close to Murasenso, the husband sold it to another person. So Percy is up. The land of Percy is not reaching Murasenso's wall. But there's another person who the husband of Percy sold the land to, is the immediate neighbor to Murasenso. But still there was a land which was passing there, the place where Percy has showed us, for them to reach the river. Because obviously there should be a way which leads you to the river. So I don't get it. Because Percy is now showing the world that this place up to this place, this is my way or my road which my husband left for us to be using going to the river, because the land was their land. And I'm just asking this question. This wall of Murasenso was not put here yesterday. This wall has been there. Not everything should be content. This is how I feel. Because you look at this wall of Murasenso, this wall has been there. The wall has been there. When this wall was being put there, where was Percy? Where was Percy? Because I think this was the right time. When Murasenso was putting that wall there, that was the best time for Percy to go and ask these questions now, to involve the authorities, which now she's talking about now. But not leaving Murasenso put the wall there, and then later on comes and talk about this wall. All this time, where have you been passing? Because we have to understand this thing. It should not be, reaction should not be just about on maybe just want to lean on one person. These questions we have to ask. All this time, where have you been passing going to the river? Because that wall has been there, Percy. The wall has been there. And when this wall was being dug, you were there because you are the immediate neighbor of Murasenso. Why did you have to wait until now? I know the land is yours. We might differ because I know that. We are different. You are you, it is me. I am me, Pamela. This question I have to ask Percy. Why wait until now? Okay, we know Murasenso love taking lands. And his mind is all in land taking or taking this, taking that. You saw the other day, he was pointing at the trees which are planted on this other side. Yours on this side, but his is on this side. He was talking about this side. So when Murasenso was doing all these things, were you not around, or what happened? Why is it that you are seeing this wall now? And this is a wall which has been there. Now that Murasenso is plastering this wall, is now when you are seeing this wall? Or is it because that now people are telling you what to do? Because there are things which you need just to think by yourself. You let him put that wall there. Not that you are not around. You've been around. You didn't talk about this wall. Now you are coming now when the wall is about to be plastered. There are things which does not make sense at all to me. Even if it's someone who takes land from people from what, but also there are things which you have to check. Why didn't you ask him before? Not that he cannot demolish it. If it is your land, he can still do it. But why now? Why now at this time? All this time, where have you been passing? Which route have you been using going to the river? Where have you been passing with your cattle to the river? Also, it's a question I'm asking. I'm not disputing. You can do whatever you want, but also you have to check where was I when all these things were happening. You were just there. These authorities, they have always been there. These lands, Mura Senso is buying them from you people. But later on, you see, like, huh? By the time he was fencing that place, Percy, you are here. It is only that I don't have any problem with Percy. That is her land. But my question is, why wait until now? When he was doing all these things, he didn't put that wall at night. His workers always work at daytime. Why did you ask this question before this? By now, these things would not be happening now. Maybe you would be having that your road heading to the river. There are things which sometimes don't make sense to me. I thought, or I think you would have asked this question when the wall was being made. But for now, you can still ask. You can still involve the authorities. Mine is just to ask and to react upon it. Why now? Why did you have to wait until now? That is my question, because this same question, when you report this, maybe you might be asked the same question. Why now? What happened? Were you in good terms with Mura Senso during that period he was putting that wall there? You didn't see any problem. But now, because maybe you might not be in good books with him, you feel like now, this is the time now to demolish this. So that one is between you, but I'm just wondering, why now? All this time, where have you been passing with your cows and goats and everything? My question is that. Rocio mom opened up and talked about she had like 3 relationships, but Mura Senso was the longest. And I think that's why she feels what she's feeling. And all these things, she's the one who made that decision. And according to her, for her to make such a decision, she never wanted to be in a relationship which is toxic, because according to how she's talking, there's some which she didn't bring out here, because even by her, that time she was making this video, she was very emotional. She had to choose her words carefully, which means this lady suffered a lot in this short period being with Mura Senso. Looking at her, you might think like this lady had been here in a relationship like 5 or 10 years. But I'm not saying like when you're in a relationship, maybe for like 2 days, 3 days, you won't feel the pain, maybe when you are insulted, or maybe your relationship didn't work. Depends with the person, depends with the goals, depends with what one wants, depends with how the relationship started. Also matters a lot, because I see a lot of pain in Rocio mom. A lot of pain is like when she terminated this relationship, she wasn't ready. I know she has her reasons of coming out all the time, but mine, this is just how I feel. When you want to heal, if you want to heal as a person, people move on. You want to heal, move on. Okay, if it is speaking, others say you have to talk about it so that you can be free. You have to keep on talking about it. Yes, if it is talking about this same relationship, she has done it. This is not the first time, not the second, not the third. So are your videos just going to be about Mura Senso? Mura Senso has become Rocio mom's niche. He has become Rocio mom's niche. And also this talk, okay, according to her, it is women talk. But in a relationship, because you are dealing with the audience, both audience, those who are men and women. So when you are addressing these issues to do with romance, relationship, because according to her, she knows how to love a lot. She liked these things which Mura Senso could not offer. And I knew exactly that is what made her feel this way. This lady, Rocio mom, stayed in Mexico. And you know, in Mexico, that is the place where this soap opera comes from. The AI, because Rocio mom wanted to live like a movie. These movies, because I think these are people who watch movies a lot. So she wanted her life to be like those one of movie, not real life. You see, and I think this is the reason why she feels this way. I'm not saying women should not be loved. People need to be loved. Even men also need to be loved. Not only men to give love and then do not receive love back. So this topic of Rocio mom should involve men as well. It's not that men are the only people who are on the bad side. Women are always innocent. No. This is how I feel. I don't have much to talk about her. I'm just narrating how I feel about this ROCIO mom's talk, because I see like the blame is just on Mura Senso. She's talking about, no, this is not about someone. I'm not talking about myself. But yet, she's talking about she left this relationship because it was toxic. She never wanted her baby to have a mother who is unhappy, a sad mother, a mother who cannot be happy or cannot be productive. Because you know, when you are unhappy, depressed, you cannot achieve anything, because you are coiled somewhere, maybe in a corner. Your work is just to cry, cry, cry. So she walked out of that relationship because of that. She chose herself for the sake of the baby. That is what made her to move away. She tried all the options. She thought Mura Senso was going to change. She thought Mura Senso and her were in the same boat, yet they were not in the same boat. Mura Senso branded her like someone who complains a lot. These are things which she's been talking about every day. She just changes them, but it's just the same thing. There's nothing new here in ROCIO mom's talk, because people are not asking her questions. If she want to talk about, if she want to make this a podcast, or maybe talk about women talk, I expect her talks to be general, not just women alone, because here men are also involved. Not only women who go through all these things she's talking about, same to men, because it's only that Mura Senso has not opened himself. He's not talking about the issues. But if he was talking about the issues which he was also going through, you would feel for him. You would feel for him. For ROCIO mom, you might see like Mura Senso was not the best man for her, but you don't know the side of Mura Senso. You cannot judge when one person is talking, because I feel like she does it repeatedly, forgetting even men also. She has a son. One day, the son whom she loved dearly, she chose this life or to walk away because of her son. So that son one day will become a man, and maybe this is just I'm just giving an example. Maybe one day after becoming a man, he will be in a relationship. So would ROCIO mom be okay when the son is not feeling good in that relationship? Because that's why I'm saying the talk should be general, not just women alone. Because you find like many men out here also. Many, it's only that most of men, they don't come out and talk about what they go through out there. But women, we are quick to come always, because that's why you find like men says women, we like complaining, because anytime we feel like there's something bothering us, we always have to talk. Even in our relationship, maybe you and your husband, women always comes with issues and put them on the table. I feel like this, I feel like that, I feel like this. Because we don't know how to keep things for ourselves, because when we keep them, we feel like we are choked. Men can keep things. They are hurt, but they don't show it. Sometimes you find like some just want the relationship to be, they don't want to break up, they don't want to leave their spouses, maybe for reasons like the ones which ROCIO mom is saying. Sometimes we choose to stay because of our children, sometimes we choose to stay because of maybe still hanging on, thinking they are going to change. Same to men. Also, you find like men also, they hang on to relationships which are also toxic to them, but because of the sake of the children which are involved, they don't want to talk about things which they go through. They feel like when they talk about them might trigger and the lady might leave the relationship. So you find it is a general talk which involves everyone. It is not only about women, because I hope one day Mura Senso will come out here and open up and talk about what happened between them. You will be shocked. You'll be shocked. To those who have children, you might understand this. When you have children, a child who always runs to come and report others, when you investigate as a parent, you'll find the one who always runs to accuse the others, he or she is the problem. So always, people should not be quick to judge people who have not come out here to express how they felt also in that relationship. Because now I see like ROCIO mom, the fact that she knows Mura Senso is not going to come out here and talk about what happened in the relationship, So she finds it easy to make content about it, because I don't see the reason why she should just focus on this. Yes, she's a lady. Yes, she can express herself, but should not make it to be like now this is the thing which she's going to dwell on. Okay, you can take 1, 2, 3 out of that, but also sometimes it becomes exhausting and boring. You cannot just be talking about the person who you are saying you love most. Okay, it is over. Move on. Get something else, because you wanted your career. Why can't you dwell now in music? You left Nyabuhansi because you wanted to go and pursue your music. Is this the music now you want to do? Has Mura become now the music? I don't understand you. I do not understand you at all. So stop stop this type of videos which you are making. It might sound okay to others. I'm not saying the things which she's saying are wrong. She's talking, giving advices, but still, I don't think it is right for her to be talking about the relationship which she left. She's talking about she had other relationship. Why is it that this one of Mura Senso makes her sit down and talk a lot? And forgetting, okay, when you're talking about the things which you pass in life, you shouldn't forget others. You should not forget others. Also, when there were good times, also mention those good times. Okay, now you want to make this as a podcast. You want to talk women talk. In this your relationship, was there anything good? Because it looks like there was nothing which was good in this relationship. It was about problem after problem. She wasn't happy. She was very lonely. Every now and then, this is the things which Muruso mom comes out and tell people out here. She was not happy. She was lonely. She was not happy. She was lonely. Now you are in Argentina. You chose yourself. Now you've gotten Jesus. Why can't you just calm down? Be yourself. Focus on your music career. Do other different vlogs. Move on. Take care of this baby who made you leave Mura Senso because you wanted to be a better mother. Why can't you let these things be? Because according to her, making this video was also difficult for her because it was emotional. For someone who is still attached to the feelings which they had, which means you've not moved on. When you move on, okay, it can be tough. It can be tough, but you don't talk about them. You let them be. You give them your back. The moment you boarded that plane leaving Africa, leaving Kenya, you decided, I hope you had thought it over. Or maybe it was just an influence. Your family members pushed you. You are not ready. But now it's like, now you are alone. It's now when you are seeing reality. It's now when you are seeing reality. But I don't think that is how it should be done.
I stepped out of 2 relationships very consciously, and they were very, very different relationships, and they taught me very different lessons. I stepped out of a relationship where I felt the biggest love I'd ever felt, but I learned that love wasn't enough. I learned that you can love deeply, you can have the best connection, and that you may want it to work and create future and build. But the honest truth is sometimes love doesn't create compatibility. Sometimes someone can be a very beautiful chapter in your life, but not the person you will build the whole book with it.
So ROCIO mom is talking about she left or she's been in 2 or 3 different relationships, but the one which she just walked away from, it's like she felt this was it. This was it. But still, it didn't work. It didn't work. Despite her seeing like this was now what I expected. Because even according to her, she used to tell us, when I saw Mura Senso, I knew this was the one. But still in life, we should involve God in everything. People leave relationships which they thought would work for them, but later on, it doesn't work. You find like people stay in a relationship like even 50 years, but still they break up because maybe it was not meant to be. There are things you cannot force. Maybe you are good then, and later on you find like now you're not getting along. So you cannot be in a relationship which is a toxic relationship, which there's no good communication. So it's also good if you feel like you want to leave such a relationship, to walk away walk away, because we've seen many people losing their lives in relationships which are toxic. Relationship which there is violence in it. So one should not stay in such a relationship. So if you feel you want to walk away, you walk away, because when people start relationship, always it is sweet. No one expects the worst from any relationship. But later on, as time goes by, you find people are hurting themselves, hurting others, things which they did see coming. So it is life.
My list of the harder decisions I've ever made in my life, when we are so deeply connected, when we feel the biggest amount of love that we have ever felt for someone, and also being reciprocated, when making the decision to live for my highest good. The pain was extreme, but the soul screaming that I needed something different was louder. And I also stepped out of a relationship where I felt the loneliest. Sometimes you can have something that looks safe from the outside, that it looks like I have a future, but feeling alone while being with someone has also been one of the biggest pain I've ever felt. I stepped out of our relationship being a mother and having a child, and I think this is very important for all the women listening outside, because sometimes when kids are involved, it makes the decision even harder. You can spend a lot of time just thinking what is best for them. Should I stay? Should I leave?
Walking away from relationship when children are involved is not something easy. It is very difficult, and also that has made many women or men to stay in the toxic relationship which they have, because it is not about women only. You find like men who are suffering in this relationship, but silently they don't talk about it, and always leaving the relationship, leave alone even children, even those people who don't have children. It is always very painful, because it is something which you built, and now going out there to start afresh, you find like there's others who from breakup or from leaving their relationship, they don't move on again. They say, I don't want to get married again. They fear getting to another relationship because they don't know what that other one might be, because now it is something you don't know. Now you are from a toxic relationship, now going out there and going to look for another. Sometimes it can take you many years. Even you can decide not to get married again or to enter into any relationship. It happens a lot. That's why normally people should pray so that God can give you a partner whom you can be with forever, because breakups is not easy. It is not. It doesn't mean that when you don't have a child you don't feel it. No. It is, even maybe to those people who don't have children, now it is more worse, because they don't even have anybody to lean on. It becomes now so bad.
Many of us have fallen in love with the potential of someone. Women, we have this power to see beyond someone. We can see everything that he could be. Women, sometimes we are too delusional to think that they will change and they will become that someone. And sometimes, right in front of us, we don't even have the slightest indicator that that will ever happen. And yet, there we stay, just in case. We stay because starting...
ROCIO is saying that sometimes women hold on to relationships thinking their men will change, and then they don't. It is not about women only. That is why I say it should be general. Even men also, sometimes they hold on to relationship thinking their wives will change, but it ends up not them changing. Sometimes it becomes more worse. So it is a general talk. Should be general. It is not about women only. It should not be about women only. This is how I understand it. Maybe because it is women talk, it should just be one side. But because we are talking of something to do with relationship, it is not about women now. You have to involve men in it because they also go through the same things which women are going through. Sometimes it's worse than even what women go through, because women always, we come out and we talk. With men, very few comes out and talk about their relationship, because some fear, majority fear that they will be seen as weak men. How can a man goes out and talk about his relationship out? So sometimes you find like most of them, majority of them, they just keep things for themselves, holding on to that relationship, thinking that this woman or this my wife one day will change. So it also same like what women feel. It's only that the difference is women comes out and they talk, and you see, normally as a woman, I understand people find it like we are vulnerable. Of course, we are vulnerable. So even if you are on the wrong, you might find even a woman beating the husband. And then when people come, she starts crying, pretending that she was the one who was being beaten. And people will just believe that. So such cases are out there.
I personally consider myself pretty young, and I'm just starting my 30s. But if I had to go through the same in my 50s, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would have react. I don't know. There's something very important to talk here. The difference between a hard season and a misaligned relationship.
If she would have stayed with Mura Sensor, the things which you are doing to ROCIO mom, if she would have stayed in such a relationship for like maybe 50 years, she doesn't know what would have happened to her. The problems were too much. There was no good communication. She was very lonely. She felt like, imagine thinking like that. She was imagining, hey, I'm feeling this way. How about when I'm in my 50s? Things would have turned worse for her. And you made a good decision if this is how you are feeling. That was the bold step you made, to walk away. And once you walk away, Do not look back. Do not make it look like it is something you need to talk about every day. To others, it might sound okay. This is just my opinion. When you still cling on the things which were happening in your life, you can't move on. And that's why you find like you are still emotional talking about them. When you move on. You got Jesus. You are now someone who is born again according to you. Why can't you hang on to that? Lean on that Jesus and move on. Leave this Mura thing alone. Because now the more you are talking about this Mura thing, people see you as a problem. That is how I see it.
We'll be asking ourselves, are we growing together? Are we on the same page in this relationship? Are we both choosing the relationship? Sometimes it's all about character, misunderstandings, miscommunication, someone having a bad season.
So you had ROCIO mom bringing this issue, how people should be in a relationship, if it is a good relationship or maybe it's a toxic one. One wonders, are we in the same boat? Are we talking with one voice? Are we moving together? Are we in the same page? Are we family? How do we communicate? You see, there's so many things which are involved in what she's trying to talk about. If you can explain them like this. I remember when we went to Argentina, Mura Senso didn't know this lady was having that project there. Hers was hers. She never disclosed anything to Mura Senso. It was maybe a surprise to Mura Senso. ROCIO had started the project. Even herself, she said, and this is a project which I started, I didn't tell anyone, Mura Senso didn't know about it, and you wanted to be on the same page with Mura Senso, which you were in, because that's why he gave you all this audience to support you. But maybe there were things which I can't tell, which you wanted than this. I know what you wanted most was marriage. You wanted Mura Senso to put that ring on your finger. And he didn't do that because it's like he was also still weighing option. Because he's not talking about you, he's not coming out here to say things which two of you are suffering from, all the things which you are going through. So maybe there were so many things which he was also seeing you. There were so many things which maybe was making him to hold on. Things like having 10 kids. He had seen that. Maybe you agreed to give him 10 kids. Then later on, you change. I'm just saying, I'm not saying these are the things which made you maybe not to get along. No, no, no. I'm just saying you are not on the same page. Yes, you are asking yourself, are you in the same boat together? This question lingers a lot in women. When you have a partner, you would want to be in the same boat with them, share ideas, what they are doing, you need to know. Their plans, you need to know, because if you don't know, then you feel like a stranger in that relationship. And that is what women love a lot. They want to be involved in their husband's life. Whatever the husband is doing, they want to know. And also it's good to have a husband who shares. In this case, I see like Mura Senso was not sharing everything. Mura Senso had reserved part of him, was still checking on you. Are you the woman I'm going to marry? Are you the one who is going to give me like 10 kids? And Mura Senso had said it earlier before. He will not settle with one woman. These are the things which were hurting ROCIO mom. They could not agree on these things of other women. And Mura Senso had said it categorically that I want 10 kids. And ROCIO mom cannot give me 10 kids. So he was a bit reserved on this, knowing what he wanted to do in future. They were not husband and wife. Also, that one we have to understand. So she had a choice to stay in the relationship or not, because you are not married. So the decision was easy to make. I can say that. The decision was easy to make because there was no divorce involved. It's something which you can just wake up in the morning and say, no, 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 I've had enough of this, I'm quitting. And that is what you did. So
am I still choosing the relationship? Because that can be something that can create that connection to understand, okay, I understand that maybe, I don't know, someone just got...
I don't have much to talk about this ROCIO mom, because according to ROCIO mom, she chose to leave because her baby, because of her baby. I just want us to put that one part, because this history of ROCIO mom, I cannot dwell on it because there's a lot and it is everyday thing, my people. It's something which she talks, it keeps on repeating it, changing the title, but the same thing. Do you think I can manage that? I don't have strength for that.
And trust me, I stay longer than I should, waiting to have the perfect answer for that. And I know sometimes it looks like I choose myself into the decision I made. And in part it is, but 90% of my decision was for him, for my baby in this case. And my answer was that what's the best for him? The best for him is to have a mom that is able to be the best version for him. I had to choose myself for him. My baby does not deserve a depressed mother, a sad woman, a frustrated person. My baby does not deserve someone that feels like she needs to try to be happy. And those were all the answers I had wandering around all the time, because I wanted to make the decision for him. It was my responsibility to be the best mother that I can be for him.
That is the reason why she walked away, because she was in a toxic relationship and she had a baby. We all know that she had a baby. So the reason for her to walk away was 90% because of her son. She didn't want the son to have a mother who is depressed, a mother who is unhappy, a mother who is not productive, because a mother who would just sit in a corner and keep on crying. She never wanted the son to have such a mother. And that is why she decided to leave the relationship. That is why she walked away. And now that you walked away, can you please have that happiness? Can you build your career? Can you stop this Mura Senso thing? Do a lifestyle vlog. Be with your son. People like to see your son. When you are vlogging with your son, people love that. Stop dwelling on Mura Senso thing. It is boring. Okay, you might be talking things which are okay, but would you be repeating them every day? Would you be repeating one thing every day? Anytime we see your videos, Mura Senso now. Anytime Rocio Man's video pops up, oh, but now we are going to listen. What happened this time? What happened this time? How has she? Because it's like, it is just one thing, but you make different topics out of it. Okay, you said Mura Senso was not there for you. He was not there in your delivery room. We saw that and we condemned that. We never liked that. People really dwelt on that. We talked about it. It was not good to sleep during that time. You needed him the most. You addressed that. Again, you said Mura Senso is cold. He's not romantic. You could see that. You tried to train Mura Senso. He could not even catch. He could not even learn. He cannot. You wanted Mura Senso to hold hands with you. Never. He could not do that. These are the things which he wanted. These are all the things. These are the things which Rocio Mom was missing. Not that Mura Senso was staying somewhere else. Rocio Mom wanted Mura Senso to hold her hands, to kiss her in public, to show people this is the one. And Mura Senso told you, no. He used to tell you. So, and you chose him anyway. So there are things which, when you are in a relationship, you have to also to learn your partner and know the things which they like or the things which they don't like. But forcing those things on their throat sometimes can make you feel like now you're not appreciated. But also you have to understand what is my partner loving? What don't they love? Same vice versa. So she chose to leave. After choosing to leave, other times she told us that she chose her career, now she chose the baby. So which is which? We thought you are going to start your music career. That is the first video which she made when she left Kenya. That is what she told us. She chose her career and her happiness. She was lonely. Now it is about the baby. Now it is not the career anymore. Because we thought when you were in Yabohanse or in Africa, Kenya, we thought maybe Mura Senso was making you not to spread your wings. But now you are in your home. We don't see you doing that music career anymore. You are just busy on sitting down for like 2 days thinking of what am I going to talk about Mura Senso this time? What are the things which he did to me? So I think you should stop it. That is just me. Just stop it, focus, and just do your music career. If it is lifestyle videos you want to make them, because people love you still. But now these boring topics of women talk all the time, but should not be women talk, should be general talk, because relationship is between men and women. So why do you think women are the only ones who are suffering in a relationship? If you have boys, you understand. you have to understand these boys of ours, they are also our babies. So they also need to be protected, not only girls only. Or what do you think, Wagwan? It's not only about ladies only, because we are mothers here, so we have boys and girls. So you would not love your boy to be frustrated or to feel bad. You only talk about girls. We are all the same. So people like the video, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe if you haven't. Road to 5K. See you again in my next video. Bye-bye.